So the hotel behind me in Las Vegas has had some pretty mixed reviews. Here's some of the worst ones I've seen. Checked into our room and there was dried feces on the toilet. It was disgusting. Took over an hour and a half to get someone to clean the bathroom. Cleanliness is horrible. Will not be staying there again. Found bed bugs in our bed while sleeping. Took a video of bed bugs crawling around and caught one in a cup. Took to front desk and was told we were wrong. You're much better off in a Motel 6. This hotel is far and away the worst I've stayed in over my 45 years of global traveling. The room was more like a jail cell with no amenities, no coffee, no soap, no desk, no view, no usable internet either. Don't go. This is the worst hotel we've stayed in, and the whole place smelled like weed. Good location, terrible hotel. Smells, overpriced, dirty, not worth it. Everything about my room was dirty and or stained, and some stains appeared to be bodily fluids. On the chairs, the furniture was run down and worn out. The picture quality on the TV was also awful. There's also some good reviews for this hotel. I've checked into a standard room. Let's see how good or bad it really is. Gross. Windows look like they're disintegrating on the inside a little bit. Someone's been biting the phone. Why would somebody do that? The pool's supposed to be open till 7. They're literally just telling everyone to just get out. An outside shower, probably not a good idea to come here. Well, there was something there. So one of the main entrances off Las Vegas Boulevard is no longer in use. They've just left this here and just put like a gate up against it. Although, to be fair, it did seem a little bit pointless. I mean, it's only very small, this escalator, but they've just left it. I think there was a tree there once. I'm sure Merlin used to be up there, from what I can remember, when I first came here years ago. And other things that have sadly changed. I'm sure this used to be full of water, and again, there was Merlin over there, I think, from what I can remember. Anyway, at least this is working, because it is quite a long walk into the hotel. And welcome to the Excalibur. Feels like you're going under the drawbridge. To be fair, with the hotel's age, the theming still looks pretty good inside. The stained glass windows there and the lights. Carpet's obviously dated now and worn in places. That's to be expected. Sometimes the check-in queues can be really long, but today my check-in was quite quick. In fact, I was probably in the queue for about 10 minutes at most. So this is a family hotel, so children are allowed in here, but they're not allowed in certain areas, and it's all clearly signposted. Children get to walk around the side, basically. When I used to first come here, this place used to be so busy all the time. And people used to walk around with these big shot glasses. Look at all the dollars. People signing their name and putting it up there after they've had a good time.
We can never get everybody together at the same time.
That is huge. What's really funny about that place is they go in there and they pretty much rip you to pieces and write something a little bit offensive on a hat and put it on. As you go up towards your room, you'll still see some of the knights standing here. Look at that. Amazing, they've stood the test of time. Floor 18. Oh, 27 is my floor, so I've got to go on this lift. Oh, this lift is working. windows look like they're disintegrating on the inside a little bit. I think you still hear a lot of noise from that side, from these windows. I'm in 27262 down here. Wow, these hallways are a bit depressing, aren't they? Here's my room. So I've booked the bulk standard basic room. I need some more light, hang on. There you go. The first thing that I noticed when I walked in the room was the smell. It didn't smell too bad, but you can tell that there is a smell that's masking another smell. So it's that horrible kind of musty smell, but there is some air freshener in the air. Check out my view overlooking the rest of the hotel. You can see just how big and how many rooms this hotel actually has. It's crazy. These curtains don't serve a purpose, hence why they look a little bit naff, because the only curtain, or what you need in this instant, is this roller blind, which does the job. The first time I ever came to Vegas in my entire life, I stayed at this hotel, and I had nothing else to go by really. I thought it was great. That was going back 20 odd years, and from what I can remember, the rooms look pretty similar. Can't find the light switch for that though. It's where you sit at your table with a nice chair, a couple of plastic cups, and a nice bucket. So here's the bed. No frills really. And actually, like, compared to some of the reviews, you know, where they're saying about the stains on the walls, it doesn't overly look that bad. But saying that, I don't think this is the room that I was supposed to have, because as I checked into the reception, the lady looked at my ID and looked back at the computer screen, and then she said she had to go into the office for some reason, and then she came out and I said, was there a problem? And she just said, oh, I was just making sure that you had the right room. So I was a little bit confused. So maybe, well, I haven't really been upgraded, and I don't think I'm known that well in America. Let's do the bed test. Oh, that's comfy. That is nice. Don't worry, the shoes are not on the bed. So on one of the reviews, it said about bed bugs. So a good precaution to help against bed bugs is a mattress encasement, which they do have. You'd be shocked to find out that a 5-star hotel up the road, and I asked for one of these and they did not know what it was. And basically a mattress encasement is where the mattress goes in, it zips it up, so if there's any critters in there, they'll stay in there and they'll die. And yes, I know that bed bugs can be elsewhere, like in the box springs, which is always a problem that you can't really do anything about, but at least they're taking active measures, or it shows they did have bed bugs. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of fingerprint and smear marks on the table, but it's expected. You know, it is a pretty old hotel now, and I'm kind of, if I had to say this, the room is a little bit similar to Circus, but the carpet seems newer and it has been hoovered. And I take it these are not, I hope these aren't stains, these are just where it's just been brushed, right? The air conditioning unit that some people moan about, it is quite noisy, but again, it's an old hotel. What do you expect? You can tell they've removed the old beds and put new beds in, look, because there's the fixings for the old beds. The new beds obviously seem a little bit smaller. Reminds me of the Britannia hotels in the UK, some real good antique furniture here. Look at that. Oh, there's the safe. Think about the amount of thousands of clothes that have been in here. Looks like someone's been biting the phone. Why would somebody do that? That's a bit gross. A couple of scuff marks just there and there. What looks like some kind of dripping down the wall. And you can see a few stains on the carpet, randomly in the corner. Wow, I know what some people are saying. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it is like watching TV in the 90s. The picture quality isn't as sharp at all, but I mean, it's watchable, it's fine, but it is like watching TV from the 90s, or watching a film on a VHS. Now that is retro. I mean, Look at that. That's straight from the 90s. But does it still work? Let's try guest services.
Choose account review for a complete listing of charge.
It does. Still works.
For a complete viewing of your account, press the button indicated.
My balance is $336 minus. Totally confused. Oh, the deposit. They said the deposit was like $90, and they've charged me $336. That is annoying, especially if you don't maybe have enough on your credit card, and they say they're only going to put $90 on it, and they end up putting that much. I'll have to double check that. So we've got the wardrobe, there's an ironing board and an iron. And are you ready for the bathroom? No frills. Where's the light? Here you go. Although, I think, unless I'm wrong, from the last time I was here, maybe slightly updated, although I do remember the wallpaper being like that. Yeah, and the shower, I remember the shower. That shower head. Although, this is pretty big shower. You could probably get, I don't know, maybe 3 people at a push in the shower. Actually, I think the bathroom's alright. For the price that I pay for the room, the bathroom's pretty good. I've got one towel, a hand towel and a flannel. I've got my body lotion there. Oh, I've got more towels there. And look, they have tried to put it in a point. Gross. Well, apart from a few little blemishes and a few ugly bits, and yes, the TV's not as sharp as you would have hoped, the room actually is all right. What about the rest of the hotel and the pool? Let's go check it out before it closes. There's one thing I don't like though, and that's the hallways. They are really spooky and they really stink. Just look at the stains on the wall here. Clearly by people that have had drinks and then pressed the button on the lift. And someone's left a card in the lift in a family hotel. Nice. Well, there was something there. It's a bit random, that is. So let's head to the pool. Gotta go through the gift shop before we get into the pool area. Not really selling the sunbeds to me. So I was told that the kids' pool is currently closed. They're not going to open it back up today, but it might be open tomorrow. It does have a pretty cool slide for the kids to enjoy. I remember this was the first pool that I ever saw in Vegas, and I was quite impressed because I couldn't really compare it to anything else. So it's got one big pool there, there's an adult pool just further at the back. Tell you what, the music is so loud. It's like it's a nightclub outside. The cabanas are not really that much. With the brown furniture, it doesn't really do it for you. I tell you what, I don't know whose music choice this is, but it's blooming awful. It's just like, it's like a rave at the pool. And bearing in mind this is a family hotel as well, but it's just the same beat going on and on and on and on. Maybe I'm getting too old. I know it's the end of the day, but this was like this earlier when I walked around here, like people not They're not clearing up after themselves. So if you wanted to come and have an outside shower, probably not a good idea to come here. Why is nobody picking up the towels? They're like just thrown everywhere. It's a shame people can't just use the towel bin. To be fair, it's almost at the end of the day. I think there's a couple of hours left to go till the pool closes, so I guess you can excuse the mess a little bit. Although saying that, I did pop down here like an hour and a half ago and it was still pretty much like it is now. I don't know why people can't just use those towel bins. And when you've had a drink, just clean up after yourself. Because it looks like no one else will till the end of the day. What's going on? So it's 10 to 6. People are a little bit annoyed because the pool's supposed to be open till 7. They're literally just telling everyone to just get out. So they do normally open till 7, but they're preparing for the winter hours, I've been told. That's why they're closing the pool at 6. Even though it's 38 degrees, it's still summer, but they're preparing for their winter hours. That's why they're closing an hour earlier. Much to the annoyance of a lot of people in the pool, but I guess they just didn't check the website properly. I was told that the children's slide and the children's pool is closed sporadically at the minute, but it should be open tomorrow. When you look closely at the theming, at least all the lights are still on. The stained glass windows are not cracked. They're all looking still pretty good. I mean, look at that. One of the shows that's been in here for a very long time is Thunder from Down Under. And a restaurant that I always tend to visit when I'm here, that's Johnny Rockets up here. They seem to be smoking still in this hotel though. The Sherwood Forest Bar. Is it open? Oh, it doesn't look like... Oh, it's closed at the minute, that's a shame. If you want that true American experience, Johnny Rockets is definitely a must. Now when I first came in here, they used to do dancing and everything. I don't know whether they still do that. And apparently a 100% certified Aberdeen Angus beef burger coming my way. Just got to wait for this to go off. I did ask for a small. Let's see if it's as good as I remember. Ooh, smells good. I just went for a bacon cheeseburger. Still a good burger. A lot of people miss this when they come to Excalibur, but for families and kids, there's a whole amusement arcade down here. Reminds me of Circus a little bit. Look how old this game is. This has been here from what? The 80s? 90s? I'm not sure. If you do come and stay at the Excalibur, you must head in to see Tournament of the King's Dinner Show. It is an amazing show. You have your food and your drink brought to you whilst you watch heroic knights battle each other, fair maidens dancing, and it's a really good Vegas night out. One of the few downsides to this hotel is that people are still smoking here, so the stale smell of smoke is awful everywhere. Breakfast is up here in the food court. We're going to go to the buffet. So I didn't show this last night, but this is the food court, and they've got pretty much every fast food restaurant here, like Pizza Hut, Fat Burger, there's Popeyes. Fairly early in the morning, it's just after 8:30 on a Sunday, so the buffet is really quiet, and I think I've got it all to myself for breakfast. Obviously not just breakfast they serve in here. Cakes are everywhere. So bread and butter pudding. That looks good. All this is sugar-free. Loads of donuts. Loads of pastries. I do find it amazing. It's breakfast time, but they offer absolutely everything. And on a weekend, they also offer bottomless mimosas. So it'd be rude not to go and get one. Although no one is here serving. There's nobody serving with my drink here. I wanted to try it. Okay, well, I'll come back and get my mimosa later. Nachos. Oh, here's some breakfast stuff. We've got scrambled egg, some sausage bacon. Wow, look at that. Morning. Bone-in honey glazed ham. Turkey. Smoked brisket. Wow. Pancakes. Biscuits. Chicken. There's fresh fruit. Cinnabons. Waffles. Look at the fresh fish you can get. Wow. That's impressive. They also do cereal as well. And you have to hold it down. The milk is here, or I can get little. You know, considering what you pay for breakfast, like elsewhere on the strip, it's not that much more expensive. And considering it's all you can eat and bottomless mimosas, even though I still can't get one. But I'm really impressed with the food quality. I do love, we call them scones in the UK, but the American biscuits are slightly different. They're lighter and they're much more buttery. I really like them, so I can eat these for breakfast. Those Cinnabons, or what look like Cinnabons, are amazing.
Good morning. How are
Morning.
you?
Fine, thank you. I was actually really impressed with that. $46 it cost. Tell me what you thought about the buffet here at the Excalibur. It does get mixed reviews sometimes. Most of it is good though, but the quality of the fresh food in there was really, really good. Well, my stay at the Excalibur wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The rooms are pretty basic. They are tired. The hallways are old. The hallways are quite dirty actually. The carpets don't look like they've been cleaned. There are stains on the walls. But this room that I'm staying in myself is, you know, it's adequate. Looks like the beds are reasonably new. The rooms have a little bit of a musty smell, but nothing really out of the ordinary. Yes, the signal for the TVs could be a little bit of a better quality, but the TVs themselves are actually really good. As you walk into the resort, you do get a little bit of an odor. But I mean, for the age of the hotel, and considering this was the first family hotel in Vegas, it has stood the test of time, I think, pretty well. They have recarpeted parts of the casino. The only thing I'm not a big fan about at the Excalibur is the pool area, really. I've always known it to look a little bit messy. The sunbeds aren't the best, but it does have a great area. It does have a great pool and a slide for kids, but the adults pool is a little bit boring. Food choices on offer are pretty standard for a hotel this size. The buffet, I think, is pretty good for the price. I did bring my black light as well to have a look for stains, and generally around the room apart from the bathroom, which I guess is to be expected, if not a little bit questionable what it could be. On a Saturday night, cost me $297. Room tax was $39.74. The resort fee was one of the lowest I've seen on the strip, $37, and a resort fee tax of $4.95. Came to a grand total of $378.69. What do you think? Have you stayed here? Yes, it isn't as good as it once was, and I wouldn't be surprised in the next maybe 10 years that the hotel disappears altogether like most hotels do in Vegas. Tell me your thoughts and experiences. As always, give the video a thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.